Hey guys, it's Helen Hartsmith here again with
Kathy.
And
It's time for...
I get so excited for these. It's time for another top 10.
I think she's had too much caffeine and I haven't had enough.
I had one coffee this morning and that's it.
Oh wait, I don't do caffeine.
What's your problem? Maybe mommy needs some coffee. Hey, hey. All right, it's top 10 time. So, Kathy, why don't you tell the folks what this top 10 is all about?
This top 10 is all about flowers.
We had, this is a request. Hold on.
Do we know who it's from?
Yeah, I do, because I made a note.
Oh.
This is a requested top 10 from Lynette Johnson. Lynette, this top 10 is for you. Hey! So this is top 10 flowers and their magical uses. And so let me come back up to the top. Time to top.
You know, if you maximize that, it would be all over the whole screen and you wouldn't have to scroll. Yeah, just like that.
Do you see what I live with?
Yes. You don't live with me, Pumpkin.
Oh, but I live with you as much as I dare.
Is this why you've been avoiding me?
I don't avoid you. You're like medicine. Specialized
As long as you don't call me
doses.
bad medicine and start singing Bon Jovi.
I would never.
Okay, top 10 flowers.
Top 10.
Magical uses.
I will start us.
All right.
All right? So this is top 10 random.
Before we begin, some of these things I'm looking at can be used for medicinal issues. We're not doctors.
Yeah,
Please
some of these.
do not listen to us about, just the one I'm going to read. So there's
a couple.
A couple.
There's a couple.
So don't take our medical advice. We're not doctors. Speak to your physician before starting any kind of homeopathic treatment.
Right. And these are magical purposes. So that's all we're going to talk about is magical purposes.
I can't talk about...
No, because we're going to talk about that later, Pumpkin.
Oh, that's a different top 10.
Different top 10.
All right. Is that later today?
Later today.
Okay, awesome.
Ooh,
All right,
look
let's
forward to it. All right. First on our list is rose. As you might expect, rose is great for love spells. It's kind of what it's known for. All right. But it's also known as helping develop psychic powers. Part of the teachings that I've gone through say that psychic powers are, you're able to develop them. And so you might use roses in a spell like that. It's also good for healing spells. It's good for using in divination. So it might be nice to have some roses nearby if you're reading cards for yourself or for someone else.
Right.
And it's also good for protection.
Thorns.
And the thorns.
The
yes.
thorns.
Mm-hmm. That's the protective
I was
part.
thinking that, and then I read ahead.
And then you read ahead.
And then I read ahead.
So that's the first one.
Right. So the next one is chamomile. It is a masculine, associated with the masculine element, the sun and water. Mm-hmm. It is good for money spells, sleep, love. Mm-hmm. Lots of flowers are good for love. Mm-hmm. Purification. You can sprinkle them around your property to remove curses and spells cast against you. And Helen won't let me talk about medicinal purposes.
Because it's going to come later.
Okay.
So the next one is marigold. And for those of you who like them, calendula, however you choose to pronounce it, that's part of the marigold family. So marigolds are really good for cleansing and detoxification spells. It's also good for happiness. It's good for health and healing. It's good for healing depression. So maybe if you know someone that has like some depression issues, you could get them a bouquet that has marigold in it. That might be kind of nice for them. It's also good for skin healing, which we'll kind of talk about that a little bit later as far as like actual medicinal stuff.
Is it the marigold that if you plant, it repels mosquitoes?
Marigold is, yes, it is on that list. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So the next one is lavender, and lavender also repels mosquitoes. As far as magical uses, love, once again, protection, sleep, chastity, along with rosemary.
If used with rosemary.
Mm-hmm. Longevity, purification, happiness, and peace.
Because it's so dang calming, that
You can
scent
use
is.
it for so many things.
Yes, it really is
I mean,
amazing.
you can put it in sage bundles and it
Definitely.
really smells nice.
You can put it in dream pillows.
Yeah, there's little braided things you can make for a wedding charm for people who are just getting married. There's a lot of things you can do with lavender.
Mm-hmm. And it's pretty purple color too.
Yes.
Next on the list is Foxglove. Foxglove is really great for protection, and that's why I usually have it growing here at the house. It's also, it brings true magic to your garden by attracting fairies and plant devas. So that's another reason that I like to have it too. And they're really pretty, so I like them too. And it assists in communication with the underworld.
Isn't foxglove poisonous?
Yes, foxglove
So
is
be very,
poisonous.
very careful in handling foxglove.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if you ingest it, and not handling it necessarily, but like ingesting it.
Just be careful.
Yeah.
So the next one is yarrow.
Ah, yarrow.
It is good for courage, love, psychic powers, and exorcism. And if you're a fan of supernaturals, if you plant it at crossroads, you can help summon crossroads demons.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Hi, Dean. Anyhow.
Yes.
Morning Glory is next on the list. I like this plant. I have a love-hate relationship with viney plants
Because they just get everywhere.
because they take over.
And you can't get rid of them.
Right. So I like Morning Glory, but under controlled circumstances.
Which don't happen with morning glory.
So Morning Glory is good for awakening to the magic of life, clarity and simplicity. It's also good for happiness and harmony and intuition and divine guidance. You can also use it to increase your receptivity and for relaxation. I like the little flowers. They're cute.
They are very pretty.
Yes.
Not long lasting. They're pretty.
Mm-hmm.
The next one on our list is echinacea, which we can't talk about the medicinal values of it. But it's used for health and healing and spells, and it also helps strengthen your spells. So if you need a little extra kick, add some echinacea to your correspondence list, and that will help you out.
Yes. Next on our list is Columbine. These are probably like one of my favorite flowers ever because they're just so delicate and they come in so many different colors. I like to have them here at the house as well. So Columbine is linked with the feminine side. It's also connected with the planet Venus and with the element of water. And it's good for love and courage spells and that kind of, I see the love part because it's very pretty and flowery. But I also see the courage part because it is a perennial, and even though it's very delicate looking, it's one that comes back every year. So that's courageous.
And our final plant, a flower, is the sunflower. Yes, it can be used in fertility spells, for wishes, health, and wisdom, and also feeding the birds.
Feed the birds.
And the deer.
Tuppence,
Because deer like
sunflowers. Yes. Yeah, they're seeds. So it's a food source. And of course, there's that sun connection too.
Sure.
So a lot of people
Did I say wisdom? Okay.
You did. Yeah, so a lot of people will actually use sunflowers on the altars for like litha.
Oh, right. Because it's a sun-related plant.
Because it's a sun-related plant. So there you have it. There is a top 10 of popular flowers. And again, these lists are very random off the top of our head.
No particular order.
No particular order. It's just, I tried to think about like what were things that that I've grown or that I've seen a lot of people growing. So that's kind of like an added thing about this list. It's something that you can grow if you live in our area, which is the Michigan area.
Which is zone 5, I think.
I think you're right.
Yes.
So that's it for this list. If you enjoyed it or learned something from it, please give it a thumbs up.
If you haven't already, please subscribe.
Yes. And please make a comment below. What is your favorite flower?
Right. Or if you have an idea for another list for us to do, please let us know.
Oh, yes.
As you can see from this list, we do take suggestions.
Yes, we like requests. Or if you would like to, you can always email us at heartofthewitchespath@yahoo.com.
And we have some Instagram. So
Yes.
Helen's is
Heart of the Witch's Path, and Kathy's is
Slay's Vamps.
There you go. So that's it for this video. Thanks for walking the path for a little while with us. Until next time, blessed be.